Hey everybody, it's Bill, and this is going to be my last video of 2019. Just give an overview of where I'm at on my 4x16 foot switching layout. Those of you that have been following for a while know that I started this a little over a year ago. Started with a 4x8 section and then got that mostly done early in the summer, and then have started to do a second 4x8 section. Still got lots of detailing to do, building, weathering, you know, a lot of things. They're never done. But this is my first section. Not a lot has changed. It's a few more detail pieces have been added here and there. I'm just going to give you a slow panoramic view of the entire layout. Have gotten more vehicle kits, have added more details. Still need to be adding some more people in certain areas. Coming across over here, this is my heavy and light maintenance shops. Bird's eye view of what I've got down there. I will eventually add lighting to it. I do have welding kits installed, just do not have it turned on right at the moment, so that a couple of areas have welding. If you look inside the windows, you can see I have catwalk. I do have some details added in there as well. Coming across gantries, cranes, love cranes. Coming across a little farther, here is the seam for my second piece of the layout, second 4x8. Fuel oil depot. Have started doing a little bit of scenery on this side, and the retaining wall that is there, actually the foam board was damaged in that spot, so I decided, well, I'll make the best of a bad situation. That stack of blocks is going to come out, and I'm going to put something else in there. That's going to be a little road to access the fueling depot. Swinging across, you can see I've got ballast done. In fact, I just finished the ballasting today. Painted my switches, got those all set. Right in here is an asphalt drive that I made. Those that have seen my previous video where I was going to add concrete and roads, I got some feedback on some products that were out there to make asphalt, and you know what? I decided to make my own. So I put a bed of ballast down, glued it in place, rolled it flat with an empty pop can, and then I put very, very, very fine cinder on top, added more glue, and rolled that flat with the same pop can. What I do have to do yet is I do have to put in some crossings right in this area. Those are about ready to be shipped, and I should get them pretty quick. So, past week I have been working on scenery in this part of the layout, you know, moving into my old industrial area. So, a lot of rundown small buildings on this side. Still have a lot of work to do, detailing and some painting. I've got like tire repair shops, truck repair shops, access areas here, and you can see plaster roads that I put in, painted light gray. Still have some weathering to do. They're still curing because it's on a pink foam board, so it only is letting moisture go out on one side. So even though these have been in place now for about 7 days, they're still on the damp side, so I can't do a whole lot with them for a while yet. Coming across, got my long dock on the team track, as well as in the industrial area. Just pretty well completed. I just added the garbage here just a few minutes ago. The glue is still drying. Coming back over here, again, more buildings. It is summertime in my little area, and the azaleas are blooming on a couple of the bushes that I have along the road. Coming across, again, lots of buildings. Walther's Freight Depot that still needs some painting and some TLC. I can kind of give a good view of everything on this side on how it looks and lays out with the other. So a lot of work to do over here yet. Over here, all the white is plaster. If If you saw my last video, I cut out about a 1/2 inch deep pit through all of the area around the industrial complex, and I'm going back and forth between making it concrete or making it blacktop. And what I think I'm going to do, because I've got a fair amount of cinder left, is I'm going to take this area that I'm going over right now and make that blacktop. All the buildings obviously still need a lot of attention. I need to put in windows, doors, all that, so I can move them pretty quick. But I can do the same thing that I did at the fueling station. I can glue the top of the plaster once it's fully cured. I can put on cinders, I can roll it with a pop can, and I've got asphalt. And I'll probably leave an area over here near the freight depot as concrete. I'll age and weather it. That building is new, so it would make sense to have some concrete over on this side. Coming across over here, main lines coming in, more switching opportunities over on this side. And I'm going to pause the video for just a minute because I'm trapped. I've got to be able to move to get over to show you more. Okay, now on the other side of my obstruction. My layout is on wheels, so I can easily adjust it in my garage. I just didn't really think about moving the recycling bins before I started the video. All right, swinging through, still have building details to do here as well. Switch tower, control cabinet need to be weathered. Everything is working in pretty good shape. I've still got to do some cleaning of the track now. I had it all running before I put on ballast. I've still got to go back in and clean it again, get all of the glue off. Painted in and around the switches today to finish up near the frogs and points. So I've still got to clean that paint off and make it running. Over here is my coaling yard. Got that scene pretty well done. Still have a lot of minor details to put in. People, tools, some other odds and ends of equipment. You can see how I hid the seam where the two pieces join up over here by the depot. What I am going to do over to hide at least as much of this as I can is I'm going to put a walkway that goes across and in. And for a long time, I wasn't sure if that would be even remotely prototypical. But then on YouTube, I saw a video from about the 1940s on railroad safety that one of the railroads had put out, and lo and behold, it showed just what I'm doing here. Coming out of a depot, there was a wooden walkway that would take the workers across the yard, and the video detailed how the workers should stay on that to prevent accidents, possible hit-by injuries. So I'm going to do that and take that all the way up to the heavy maintenance area. I should be able to hide most of the seam doing it with that and just make a little 8-foot wide scale walkway to cut across. I can weather around it, and that should hide the joint pretty much for everything that I've got over here. Swinging down through, no real significant changes done on this since last time I showed this area. Moved a few trucks around, make up and break up some trains. Got the crews working in here at the sanding tower fueling station. The little SW switcher is moving a maintenance away car in to let it be filled with cinders coming off of the cinder dump. A little 060 sitting over there. Swinging around even further, a few more cars have been added for details. Moving across, picked up that crane, weathered it up, added my maintenance away equipment, which I like maintenance away equipment. Swinging back a little bit further, I've got a car that I bought for maintenance away. I painted it. It was an ugly orange. I've got to weather it, add some decals, and that should get that one looking like the rest of them here. So that's it. That's where I'm at on my model railroad. The layout is coming along. I am still having a lot of fun. I've got a lot of work to do, but I can turn this on and I can spend hours happily switching cars, moving engines, and just enjoying spending time on it. So that's it for 2019. Everybody have a great New Year's, and we'll see you again in 2020. Thanks.